Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another week of the Restart Podcast. I am your host, Sabrina Neely, and I want to talk about Fitness 101 today. When it comes to the foundations of your fitness health, your fitness goals, your fitness plan, what does that look like for you? And I know we're still in the very early part of the year. We're still in January as of the recording of this episode. And I hope that you have not given up on yourself yet. I hope that you have not given up on your goals yet. I hope that if you haven't even started those things, that you are not quitting before you start. And I know that we think, as soon as the clock turns midnight on January 1st of the year, that we're just so determined and dedicated to have this whole new routine, right? A whole new schedule, a whole new mindset, and very quickly that can go off the rails if you're not careful, right? You get caught up in your day-to-day life, stuff happens that throws you off course, and then you start to realize, man, it's, now 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 20 weeks into the new year, and I still have not set out to do what I intended to on the first. So I want to give you a basic framework to apply when it comes to your fitness. I have come up with 4 foundations of fitness that I think will really help you when it comes to your routine and planning your weight loss goals or muscle gains or whatever it is that you're trying to do, a total body recomposition or something along that line. People need things that are simple and easy to follow. It doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to involve a lot of time or a lot of effort. It needs to be very understandable and to the point. So the first thing that I want to recommend to you is cardio. So when someone says do cardio, how do you think of that? Do you think, okay, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to do a cardio machine. I'm going to walk on the treadmill. I'm going to do the elliptical. I'm going to do the Stairmaster. I'm going to do the bike. I'm going to take a group fitness class. I'm going to take a walk outside. I'm going to do high intensity interval training. I'm going to do a CrossFit class. How do you define cardio? Because if I told you today, go out and do 30 minutes of cardio, that can mean something different to every single person. But basically, a cardiovascular workout is intended to get your heart rate up to at least 20 beats per minute above the normal resting heart rate. So at least 20 beats per minute or higher for a sustained period of time. And currently, the CDC's recommendations are to do cardiovascular activity for at least 150 minutes a week. So for most people, that breaks down into 5 days, 30 minutes at a time. Now, if you want to do more than that, great, go for it. If you have the time to do 6-7 days a week, wonderful. But the CDC states that for beneficial gains to your heart, to your lungs, to your organs, 150 minutes a week. So that's 30 minutes a day. And I know that everybody has the time to set aside 30 minutes of their day, 5 days a week. And here's how I do it. I sit down on a Sunday and I plan out my workouts for the upcoming week. Just like I would plan out my meals, I would plan out my appointments, I would plan out my work schedule, I plan out my workouts. And when you write those things down and you can visually see them in front of you, it helps you stick to your schedule better. So there's going to be some days that I'm going to do that 30-minute workout first thing in the morning, knock it out, boom, it's done, over with, because I got a busy day ahead. There are other days that I will plan that workout during my normal workout schedule, which for me is between 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock every single day. That's my workout time. I don't plan anything else during that time. I don't do anything or schedule anything during that time. That is for strictly my gym time. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm working out the whole 2 hours, but I do reserve that time slot for my fitness. So whatever it is, I go ahead and schedule in those 30-minute cardiovascular sessions at least 5 days of the next week. And if something does happen, say I got it scheduled on a Tuesday, but say I get busy on a Tuesday and I just can't quite fit it in, or I wake up that day and I'm not feeling that great, then I will move it to another day. But the point is that it's scheduled and I can see it and I know, okay, today, boom, I'm knocking out a 30-minute cardiovascular workout that gets my heart rate up to at least 20 beats a minute above normal. Secondly, the second foundational principle when it comes to fitness is strength training. And I know we all know the importance of lifting weights at least 3 to 5 times a week for 30 to 45 minutes. You should go in and hit the irons, whatever that looks like for you. I'm a big fan of moderate to heavy lifting, even for women. I think that women should lift heavy. I think that if you can do a set of 12 to 15 reps and you're not fatigued and you're not challenged, you need to go up in weight. I will never sit here and tell you lift 10 pounds or lift 20 pounds or press 140 pounds, because that's different for everyone again. But you know your own strengths and you know your limits. So when you get in the gym, if you can hit a set of 15 bicep curls and you're not even slightly fatigued after that set, you need to go up in weight. How much do you need to go up? At least 2 to 3 pounds higher than the current weight that you just used. So please lift weights, guys. Muscle is the key to longevity. It is the key to everything that you are wanting in life. It is the answer to changing your body shape. These fitness influencers and competitors and all these, people out here that we look at and we idolize online, they look the way they do because of the weights. So go in and lift weights. Give yourself at least 30 to 45 minutes of solid strength training. And there are millions of programs now that we can follow online, from YouTube to following a certain influencer to Googling a 30-minute upper body program, whatever you need to do to get that strength training in. The recommendations, again, at least minimum 3 to 5 days a week, 30 to 45 minutes. For me, I like to use the structural plan of 2 days on, 1 day off, because I tend to get sore, especially now that I'm in midlife. I tend to get sore faster than I did in my 20s and 30s. So I know after about 2 days of a good session at the gym, I need a full day to recover. Again, that's individualistic as well. So you determine when you want to take those rest days, but a lot of people will do their strength training first and then their cardio, and that way they knock everything out all at once. Some people, like for me, my current training plan is I do strength train 2 lower body days and 3 upper body days. So on my lower body days, I'm not doing cardio those days because I know when I hit the gym and train legs, it's going to hurt. And I'm going to train heavy and I'm going to push myself more than usual because I like to go super heavy on lower body days. But to each his own, right? All right. Number 3. The third thing you should do for foundational fitness is flexibility, also known as stretching, at least 3 days a week. How long you stretch? I would say at least 10 to 15 minutes. Not very long, but again, everybody has that time in their day that they can budget for a little bit of stretching and recovery. As we know, muscle is the key to longevity. Cardiovascular and movement is the key to a stronger heart and lung and circulatory system, right? Flexibility and stretching is your key to recovery and preventing falls and fractures as you get into older age. And the current stats are 50% of people who fall after the age of 65 end up being permanently impaired from that fall. So you definitely need recovery. Again, millions of programs you can Google and find, but you can use bands, you can use blocks, you can use foam rollers, you can use all types of massage little, equipment and things like that to help you recover faster. And of course, supplementing with the right nutrients to help you recover from soreness as well is really important. And the fourth thing that I have as a foundational fitness piece would be daily walking. Now, I separated daily walking from cardiovascular exercise. Is it cardio? Absolutely. But really, anything that you do daily to get up and moving is considered cardio. That's why I said cardio is different to everybody. But if you can get out and walk every day, I don't care if it's 10 minutes, I don't care if it's 20 minutes, I don't care if it's 30 minutes, I don't care if it's an hour, but getting outside is the key. Getting that daily sunshine, that daily vitamin D, which is going to boost your immune system, enhance your mood, and just being out in nature is calming. Guys, we were meant to be outside. And I know, yes, we're now in winter and there's been massive snowstorms, even here in Georgia where I'm at, but it is no excuse to get outside and get some walking in daily. If that means you just walk to your mailbox and back, if that means you walk around your yard, walk through your garden, if that means you take a stroll down your street, if that means you actually go to a track or a hiking trail and walk and make it an actual workout, the point is to get outside and walk. So those are my 4 foundational principles for Fitness 101. If you are the type of person listening to this and you're like, man, I know that I need to get back on track, but I just don't know where to start. These 4 principles are the keys to restarting your fitness and health routine. Cardiovascular, at least 5 days a week, 150 minutes. Strength training, at least 3 to 5 days a week for 30 to 45 minutes a session. Flexibility training, at least minimum 3 days a week for 10 to 15 minutes. And the last one, walking. And I say every day. Does it have to be every day? No, but you should strive to get outside and get some connection with nature every single day. These 4 foundational principles will change your life. They're not hard to do. They're easy to keep. You can call them resolutions or goals or whatever, but they should be a part of your weekly routine every single week. Guys, pencil them in on your calendar. Put them on a planner. Journal about them. Schedule them in just as you would your nail appointment, your lashes, your hair. Your fitness is of the utmost importance, and you need to make it a priority this year. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this podcast has helped you so much. I would love for you to like, share, and subscribe. Leave us a great review, and I'll see you back here next time. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.